What is up, guys? We are back with another custom gameplay request from one of my channel members, Zylokun. Huge shout out to Zylokun. Thank you so much for your support. He created this custom campaign that we are taking on here, and this is scenario number 3 against Spiral here on expert mode as a part of this campaign that Zylokun created. I highly recommend that you guys check out the link in the description to try this campaign out for yourself if you want. So here for this campaign. Basically, Mojo stole the Infinity Gauntlet from Thanos, and we are chasing down Mojo to try to take the Infinity Gauntlet back. And the champions and the Guardians have teamed up here. So for every single scenario in this campaign, we must play as a different hero, and we can only choose between champion and guardian heroes. So scenario number 1, I played as Groot. Scenario number 2, I played as Star-Lord. And here for the third scenario, we are playing as Sam Alexander Nova right here. And we'll be ready up. And we also, of course, have Milano because the Guardians are helping us out. And then let's see, let's go ahead and get Spiral set up here. Yeah, so for the setup here, we choose 3 modular sets from the Mojo Man scenario pack. So we chose fantasy, sci-fi, and crime, which we all shuffled into the encounter deck there. And then we kept their show sides, the show cards right here. We're going to randomly get one of these show cards, and they'll start off in play right here. So let's shuffle this up real quick. And then we just get a random one, which will be this one right here. So we have Dow and for Mojo. Each other encounter card gains inside 1, and each friendly character gets +1 Thor. So that just comes into play right there. And we'll shuffle the corner treachery into this show deck right here, and then create the show deck. Basically, for Spiral, the only way to flip her from her escape side to her corner side is by getting the corner treachery here from the show deck and then revealing that. So let's shuffle this up. Cards are coming out of their sleeves. Mix this up. All right, so now we have the show deck right here. So the current environment right here says that each encounter card gains inside 1, and each friendly character gets +1 Thor. I think I just said that, but I have bad memory here. Okay, so we did that. Then we put the Search for Spiral side scheme into play. So Search for Spiral here comes in with 3 per player threat. It's a permanent side scheme. Comes into play there. And then we also shuffle each other show environment together with the corner treachery. So we did that already and created the show deck there. Okay, let's advance the main scheme to stage 1B. Coming in with 1 initial threat here. And then let's go ahead and do the campaign setup here. So it says here for the campaign, we add the Bandit Badoon and the Badoon Headhunter modules into the counter deck, which we already did because all those nasty Badoon minions are chasing us after we defeated them in the previous scenario as Star-Lord. And then we also have an additional hero action on the Search for Spiral, which is we can exhaust Milano to remove 3 threat from, or 2 threat, I mean. So exhaust Milano to remove 2 threat from the Search for Spiral. And for the campaign setup, if you had marked being pursued, which we did, we put the Badoon Headhunter minion into play, engage with the first player. So we have this nasty minion here, 7 life, 1 scheme, 1 attack, victory 2, and villainous. So a nasty start there. And then we also place threat on the Search for Spiral, equal to number of minions recorded that were remaining from scenario number 2. We had 3 minions remaining. So this, we're going to add 3 more threat. This goes up to 6 threat here. Start off. We also placed her on the main scheme equal to total damage on allies from scenario number 2. We had 1 damage on Vivian, I believe, so 1 more threat on the main. Starts with 2 initial threat. And then let's shuffle up the encounter deck here. I think that's it for the setup here for the villain. Yeah, so we got all that set up. And then let's see here. So basically for Spiral, Spiral cannot take damage or be stunned while she is on this escape side right there. Forced into threat whenever she would attack, she just schemes instead. So she never attacks us. The threat here is whenever this hits 15, then we do lose the game. So we don't want to let it hit 15. And then she's only scheming on us even if we're in hero form. Then for the Search for Spiral, it's after the last threat is removed from there. The player who removes that threat can reveal the top card of the show deck and then place 3 threat back on there. We also have a hero action where you can take 2 damage to remove 3 threat from there. So basically, getting that corner treachery is the only way for us to get Spiral to her corner side. And then once she's on her corner side, we can remove that from the main scheme, and we are also able to do damage to her. But right now on this side, we cannot even do damage to her or remove threat from here. So this will just pile up threat unless we can get her cornered. Okay, let's go through our player deck here. So we have a Justice deck here for Nova. We have her Intuition, one way or another. Skilled Investigator, Under Surveillance. 3 copies of Clear the Area. We have Specialized Training. Build Support, Queen Carrier to get the Build Support. Build Support will get the Queen Carrier out. Helicarrier, Mansion, the 2 Power Novas, and 3 basic doubles right here. And then we don't have any allies here because we're not allowed to add any allies into the deck other than the allies that we chose for a campaign. So these allies here, we can only use Guardian and Champion allies, and they must be the exact same allies throughout every single scenario here. And they can be in any aspect. So we have Starhawk here. So this is our Champion and Guardian ally lineup. We can't even play Rocket Raccoon, but we had him here for if we play a Guardian hero because we're not allowed to add in or take out any allies here. So we have to have these allies. And yeah, I hit it. I made a huge mistake. I just realized this, preparing this deck. But I was planning on playing Spiral Miles Morales and Ironheart here as two heavy hitters throughout the end game scenarios for this campaign. I just realized because I include them as allies, and we must use these allies for every single scenario, I can't play as Ironheart or Spider-Man anymore. So because of the unique rule, right? So we're not allowed to include allies in our deck if we're playing as these two heroes. So I don't know what I'm going to do for that, but here we go. We're going to do this for Nova here. So let's shuffle up our player deck here. And then I think we're basically all set up. Oh no, we still have the campaign set up for the hero side. So the hero setup, the hero must be Guardian or Champion, which we have Nova here. And then the deck can include those, we have to include those allies again. Then for scenario number 3 specifically, so only for this scenario, we can choose 1 to 3 allies from any aspect that have appeared in any Marvel cartoon. So I love that Zylokun included that there because that's very Mojo-esque here. And then if you can name the cartoon, even better. Then we can also add 2 threats to the main scheme to put one of these allies into play. So I already decided 3 allies that I want to do. We are doing these 3 here. They can be from any aspect. So we have Psylocke and Professor X from the X-Men 90s cartoon, and we have Nick Fury from the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon. So yeah, these would be the 3 allies that we add into our deck. And we're also going to use the effect to place 2 threat on the main scheme to put one of them into play. I'm putting Psylocke into play here, guys. That's really powerful. So let's shuffle Nick and X into our deck. So they aren't Guardians or anything, but because of this, the show that Mojo is putting on, we can shuffle them into our deck here. And then Psylocke here, she's very powerful. She comes into play here with 2 psionic counters. And then as interrupt, whenever she attacks an enemy, we can remove psionic counter to have her do 1 damage to the enemy and confuse that enemy. So that's going to be huge here. If we confuse Spiral for her to slow the rate that she adds threat here on the main scheme, that's going to be very, very advantageous for us. Let's shuffle up our player deck a little bit more. And then I think we're basically all shuffled up here and we're set up and good to go. All right. And then, let's see. So encounter cards have inside 1, and friendly characters gain +1 threat. I gotta remember that with the Dow M for Mojo. All right, let's drop to our hand sets here 6. Sam Alexander and see what we get. So we got a double. Ooh, we got Moon Girl with a double mental. Okay. Ooh, okay. So for our mulligans, I think we hold on to this. Let's mulligan 3. So we draw 3 more cards back up to 6. I don't like seeing the clear areas go away, but I think it's okay. Ooh, we got Nick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But also, oh wait, I could have drawn 7. That's fine. Connection of World Mind does not count towards your hand size. So we're drawing 7 cards here with the mulligan. Awesome there. Ooh, we got Unleash Neo Force. I don't think it's too useful right now though. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. I think I do. I mean, I can draw so many cards right now with one or another. And Moon Girl. Okay, let's do. We are going to use our alter action. So we can spend 1 resource of any type. We'll spend a resource right here. Search your deck in this discard pile for a Supernova Helmet and add to your hand. But if we spend a water for this ability, we can put it into play. So let's search our deck here for our Supernova Helmet. And then we put it straight into play. Let's put it right here. So we now gain the aerial trait, and as a hero resource, we can only use in hero form. We can exhaust the helmet to generate a wild resource. Very, very powerful ability there. And we still have 6 cards in our hand because we use that with Connection to World Mind. So that's huge. I was planning on staying down Alter Ego here because we still have to confuse Spiral. But I think we're just going to flip up here, guys. I think that's okay to flip up because of our hand. Like I want to play Moon Girl and I want to play the one way or another. All right, so we got this going on. All right, okay, we are just flipping straight up here. Yeah, let's flip up to hero form. Next, we're gonna play one way or another. Zero cost event is a hero action, so we have to be in hero form to play it. Search the encounter deck for a side scheme, review the side scheme, and then draw 3 cards. So let's look through here. Not sure we have some weak side schemes here. Ice Steroid M. Each minion gains Guard and Patrol. Force interrupt at the end of the round, we do this ability. It doesn't matter because it comes with 2 per player threat, and it's not going to be in the round. We're going to kill it. So, okay, let's put this into play here. So it's a side scheme. Whenever the round ends, the first player searches the encounter deck and discard power for a minion and puts it into play. So that would be really nasty if we have to trigger, but we don't have to because we're going to kill it this turn. And only 2 per player threat. Nova has 2 threat because of Dial in for Mojo. So we probably just unleash Nova Force here, actually. We're going to pop off here on turn 1, guys. All right, let's shuffle this up. All right, so now after revealing this side scheme with 2 threat, we can resolve the one way or another and then draw 3 cards here. 1, 2. Ooh, great, even better. Okay, 1, 2, 3. All right, next, what do we do? Let's exhaust our Supernova Helmet to generate a wild resource so we can play the Unleash Nova Force here. So max 1 per round. Until the end of the round, each time Nova defeats an enemy or removes a lasso from a scheme, we can ready up Nova and draw a card, guys. So this is discarded, but let's just put it here so I remember that I have this ability active here. Max 1 per round. Okay, so I think we just thwart for 2 right now. So we thwart for 2. We clear off this side scheme here with our basic thwart. Nova's response after you use one of Nova's basic powers, we can ready up the helmet. So let's ready up the helmet here. And the side scheme was defeated. When that happens with the Unleashed Nova Force, because we defeat the side scheme of Nova, or we remove the last from a scheme, we can write up Nova and draw another card here. So really powerful ability. Okay, let's draw some cards with Moon Girl, I think. Exhaust the Supernova Helmet to generate water resource. Declare it to be a mental. This will be 2 more mentals here for a total of 3, so we can play Moon Girl. Moon Girl says play only if your identity has a champion or genius trait. We are a champion here. After you play Moon Girl from your hand, draw 1 card for each mental resource we used to pay for it. We used a WAD, which is a mental, and 2 more mentals, so we're drawing 3 cards here for 3 mentals. 1, 2, 3. Okay, got another Unleash Nova Force, but I don't think I'll be playing it here because there's only max 1 per round. I want to get Nick Fury down. Resource. Okay, Moon Girl is going to swing for 2 on the Badoon Headhunter. So 2 damage on him. She will take 2 consequential damage. I need more resource for Nick. Then we just do resource there. Okay. We're gonna swing for 1 on a Badoon Headhunter. And then we're going to ready up the helmet because we use our response there. Yeah, after you use the base power, ready up the helmet, that's not limited once per round. We'll exhaust the helmet, which generates a wild resource. Potshot says double the number of wild resources generated when paying for his card. So it's 2 wild resources per potshot. Here, action attack do 4 damage to enemy. 4 damage takes out the Badoon Headhunter. So he's gone. His victory keyword, so it gets removed in the game. Nova was the one that attacked with a potshot, so we can actually write up with Unleash Nova Force for defeating a minion. And then, so we did that, and we can also draw a card. Okay, it's crazy, guys. Crazy, crazy stuff. Let's do 1, 2, 3. I need 1 more resource. Let's thwart for 2. We can't thwart from the main because we can't remove that from there while she's in play. Thwart 2 from Search for Spiral. Drops from 6 down to 2 threat. That'll ready up the helmet. We will then exhaust the helmet to generate a wild resource. This would be 3 more for a total of 4 resources, so we can play Nick Fury. Whenever Nick Fury enters play, choose one, we'll pick the one and draw 3. Guys, this is crazy, crazy first turn. I don't even know what to think of this. This is insane. Okay, so we drew 3 more cards. All right, the Unleash Nova Force right now with like the way that this got set up, it's crazy. All right, what do we want to do next? We just use the helmet. So we do here, Nick Fury. Actually, I kind of want. Okay, Nick Fury is gonna thwart for 2 from the side scheme. Drop down 2 threat. He'll take a consequential damage. Then we're going to use a resource here, so we can play a clear area. Here, action thwart remove 2 threat from the scheme. It takes a laster off of this, so we can draw a card with the ability of clear area. Does Nova remove the laster himself? He'll also draw a card with Unleash Nova Force, and he'll ready back up here. Okay, Search for Spiral. When it's defeated, we remove the last. Actually, no, we flip the top card of the show deck and then put 3 more threat back on there. So Mojo Runner now comes into play. We put this at the bottom of the show deck now. Because it says here with the Force in a row, whenever a show environment would be discarded, we put it on the bottom of the show deck. And each time a show environment is reviewed, we discard the current one. This one says each minion ally gains toughness. 3 threat going back on the search for spiral. Okay. Alright, let's see what we want to do here. We keep popping off with Unleash Nova Force. Let's do. How do I remove the threat there? There's a couple different ways. Okay, we're gonna use the hero action here. Take 2 damage and remove. No, that doesn't count as Nova movement, does it? Okay, let's use the Milano's ability. We can exhaust Milano to remove 2 different schemes. So drop it down to 1. Yeah. Now we'll Thor for 1. Clear off this again. We defeat with Nova. We use a basic power ready up. Since Nova defeated, he readies up with Unleash Nova Force, and we draw a card. Okay, side scheme's defeated. Put the next thing, which is cornered. Okay, so in this review, flip Spiral to her cornered side. So we flip her over to the cornered side. Then it says resolve the one reviewed, if any, and then review the top part of the show deck, which is going to be a game of Mojo. So we review this card, and then these all get shuffled back in, and we create this here. So on this side is here, it says, after Spiral activates, place a teleport counter on there. If there's at least 2 teleport counters, then we remove all of them, and then we flip Spiral. So the really, really bad thing here, guys, is that we had this crazy turn. I drew no resource generators. So, like, we didn't get built out at all here, even though we kind of popped off. So we're not really set up for anything. 3 more down here. So, like, I kind of want to keep on going until I can get, like, a mansion helicarrier down. Because I have the resource to pay for it right now. All right, let's do... what are we doing here? Let's get, like, Heroic Intuition down, I think. So we can do damage to it, and we can root there from the main. So I think we want to take some throw out the main, actually. Let's do X. So we'll do 1 resource with Unleash Nova Force. This is a double and paying for a basic card. So we can play Professor X. Whenever X enters play, choose one. We're going to pick the one. Well, actually, first, we max on an ally limit. We must immediately discard an ally. Let's discard Nick Fury, because we only have 3 allies. We're going to choose the effect with X to confuse the villain. So Spiral is confused. And then X will thwart for 3 when the main scheme drop down to 1 threat. It will take a consequential damage. Nova's going to thwart for 1, clean up the main. If he removes the last threat with Unleash Nova Force, he doesn't have to like defeat a side scheme or anything. He can ready back up again, and we'll draw a card. We use the basic power, so we can ready the helmet. Okay, perfect. I was just thinking about the helicarrier. I was just talking about it, so we got the helicarrier, which is good. All right. Next, I think I want to play the helicarrier. Let's use the Supernova helmet to generate a wild resource, and then we'll do 2 more resources here for a total of 3. So actually, those are all my wilds though. I'm kind of worried about getting rid of them. But I want to play Miss Marvel. I want to play everything else. So yeah, this would be 2 more for a total of 3, so we can play the helicarrier. We can exhaust the helicarrier to reduce the cost of the next card that we play by 1. Alright. Can activate here, draw a card with Unleash Nova Force, and may just play Under Surveillance and or Heroic Intuition. Let's use the helicarrier. It's going to reduce the cost of the next card that we play by 1. So let's do Heroic Intuition is 1 cost now. So this would be 1 resource, so we can play the Heroic Intuition. You get +1 thwart. So we can thwart for 2. Do we Psylocke here again? I think kind of want to do it. Yeah, let's do Psylocke with thwart for 2 from here. And then she will take a consequential damage. And then Nova's going to thwart for 2. We'll clear off the side scheme. We defeat it, so we draw a card with Unleash Nova Force, right up Nova, and we use a basic power, so it's right up the helmet as well. When the side scheme is defeated, next card of the show deck, it's going to be Mojo Runner. Each minion ally gains toughness. I wish we had that for our allies. And this goes on the bottom of the show deck. Put it back on the bottom. Hopefully we don't get a minion now, because now they're getting toughness. And then 3 threat back on Search for Spiral. Okay. And then we're going to... Ooh, I want to play Surveillance. We're not... Actually, I think we just double pot shot. We're going to exhaust Supernova Helmet, generates a wild resource. But for pot shot here, it says double number of wilds when paying for his card, so that's enough to pay for this. Do 4 damage to enemy, where he hits Spiral for 4. Brings from 15 down to 11. We're going to Thor for 2, drop the main down to 1. Use the basic power, ready up the helmet. Exhaust helmet, generate wild resource to play another pot shot. Use 4 damage again. Brings Spiral from 11 down to 7. What the heck, guys? Sorry for that super long turn. That was insane. All right, that is our Unleash Nova Force here. It was like So you're actually not allowed to change the order of the encounter discard pile. So this would have been discarded before the one word, or right after one word another, I remember. All right, so put it back there, and that's gonna end our turn. Let's write back up. Crazy turn, guys. All right, we're gonna draw back up to 5. Hold on both these cards. Got double. Vivian. Instant Investigator. Okay. So it is Spiral's turn. She's gonna add 1 to the main. She's gonna attack us because she's in that form. We'll defend with Professor X. Here's the boost. 2 plus 1, so 3 damage, takes out Professor X here. And then after Spiral activates, she gets a teleport counter. If there's 2, she will go back to being cornered. We get 1 face on counter card, which is a Badoon Assassin. 4 spawns after he engages your hero, he attacks you with +2 attack. So he is engaging us right now. He's gonna hit us for 3 attack. I think we just block Moon Girl. Yeah, Moon Girl defend attack. She gets knocked out. All right, and it's back over to our turn. I think we unleash no force because we got a minion, guys. I almost want to flip down though. I actually think I flipped down because we have Spiral confused. So I just let him scheme because I'll defeat him next turn with the Unleash Nova Force. I want to save that. I feel we're not getting a lot of our stuff. Okay, let's do play Skin Investigator, 0 cost upgrade. After decides to defeat, we can exhaust his card to draw a card. We just got that in play. And then we're going to use a double resource here to play Under Surveillance. This will increase the target threat by the main scheme by 4. So instead of flipping at 15, it flips at 19. Or not flipping it. We would lose at 15, but now we lose at 19. So we have more breathing. We want that. So we basically won't lose, right? And then what do I want to do here? I think I just thwart. We might as well play Vivian. We don't have to activate with her. Yeah, let's go. Let's just take this slow. We'll thwart for 2. I want to draw more cards. We'll thwart for 2 with her intuition, clear off the main. And then we'll flip down to Alter Ego. We'll use Helicare to reduce the cost next trial play by 1. Vivian's 1 cost. Milan will be a resource, so we can play Vivian here. We're not going to trigger her ability. It's a hero response anyways. All right, that's going to end our turn. Let's right back up. I need to draw. I want to see some other cards right now. Draw back up to 6. Build support is one thing I really want to see so that I could proxy Investigator and get the quandary out. Okay. And we got this, which is good in Alter Ego. All right, it is Spiral's turn. She's going to add 1 to the main. She's going to scheme because we're in Alter Ego. She's confused. Nothing happens. The minion schemes for 1, goes to the 2. And I forgot to say, Spiral does not get a teleport counter because she was confused, so she never schemed. And counter card is Gank Up. In Alter Ego's card gains Surge. Ooh, we got side scheme. Perfect. Ooh, it's so much threat. Hinder 1 plus 5, so 6 threat on here. The villain cannot take damage as the hero action spend X physical resource to remove X threat from this scheme. We have the Unleash No Force, right? Yeah, we do. Okay. So 6 threat on here. And we can't do damage to the villain here while that's in play. All right, back over to our turn, guys. We have Light Speed Flight. Okay, what do we want to do? We want to play Jesse Alexander here first. So let's do the Helicare to reduce the cost of next card by 1. So this is only 1 cost, 1 resource here, so we can play Jesse Alexander. 2 cost support as an Alter Ego action. We can exhaust this card. Let's go and do that because we're in Alter Ego. Shuffle 1 copy of Connection to World Mind from discard pile into your deck. Did we see it? Yeah, right here. Shuffle this into your deck and we can draw a card if we're in Alter Ego. Or we won't use it when we're in Alter Ego, but yeah, we can draw a card here. So shuffle up and then draw a card. I'm digging for a specialized training, actually. That would be preferred. So that I could, I want to build our attack and just go for a kill and Spiral. So 1 attack is not good on Nova, but we get 2 attack, we can do a lot more damage. I think that's going to be the play here. So we'll draw a card now with Jesse Alexander. Okay. I think we just Unleash Nova Force here. Anything else to do in Alter Ego? No. Okay. Let's flip up to hero form. Okay. We are going to use the Supernova Helmet to generate a WA resource so we can play Unleash Nova Force. So now it's active again for this round. We already know what it does. We just know that we have it active here. So we are going to swing for 1, take out the Badoon Assassin. We use a basic power, so we read the helmet. We defeated a minion, so with Unleash Nova Force or defeat any enemy minion, we can ready back up and draw a card. Ooh, perfect. Specialized training. Okay. Which one do I clear first? Vivian Doors 2, she's gone. Oh, wait, sorry, guys. Each minion ally gains toughness. Hold up. He would have toughness. Whoops. Sorry, guys. He has toughness because of the Mojo runner. So actually, we don't kill him. Dang, I messed it up. Okay. We have Vivian swing for 1. She'll take constant damage. She knocks out the tough, and then Nova still attacks and does the exact same thing. So exact same thing except Vivian's not exhausted and has the damage. I gotta remember that constant effect. Okay, so still exact same thing happened up here. All right. So what do I want to do right now? I want to clear specialized training is my priority. So we'll do a resource here, so I can play. Wait, no. I think we unleash no force. Yeah, we'll do Supernova Helmet. I mean to generate wild resource, so we can play specialized training. Player side sim comes in with 5 per player threat. We're gonna just thwart for 2, drops from 5 down to 3, because we have the her intuition down. We use a basic power, ready up the helmet again. We exhaust helmet, generate wild resource. It's a double for light speed flight, because double number of wild resource when paying for this card. Remove 3 threat from a scheme, clears off the specialized training. So we kill this side scheme here. Okay, when it's defeated, we search the side area for a specialization upgrade. Let's get the combat specialist, and then we put it straight into play. So now we get +1 attack. We have 2 attack as well in addition to our 2 thwart. And after you make a basic attack, we exhaust this card to draw a card. Okay, so very good there. And then this goes into victory display, getting removed from the game. We didn't exhaust Skill Investigator because we defeated side scheme. We also defeated Winova with the Lightspeed Flight, so we write up and we draw a card there. We'll exhaust Skill Investigator, draw another card. There's a mansion. Okay. I want to get quandary out though as well. Let me think here. Ooh, I can't do damage unless I clear that off first. Do I have the thwarting? I think we go. Okay, we're gonna thwart for 2 from this side scheme. Drop down to 6 threat. Then that'll ready up the helmet. We'll exhaust the helmet, generate wild resource, so it can play build support. Comes in with 3 per player threat. Okay. Ooh, did I mess that up, guys? 3 per player threat. Okay. What do we do here? Wait, no, it has to be the one defeated. Ooh. I think I just put myself in a corner. Hold up. Okay, sorry guys. We're not gonna do that. Hold up. So this is exhausted. We're ready. We're not gonna play build support yet. Hold up. We gotta figure out a way. So we never thwart this out. Let's just keep this at 6 threat. Sorry guys. We gotta go back there. How do I have no more thwarting? So I think I play Starhawk in the build support and have Nova clear. Yeah, okay. We'll do a resource here, so we can play the build support instead of using the helmet. So we'll get this side scheme down with 3 threat. We use a double resource here, so we can play Starhawk. Yeah, we need the ally to thwart. So Starhawk thwarts for 1, drops us down to 2 threat. He will take a constant damage for thwarting. Okay, now when we thwart for 2, we kill the side scheme. So unleash Nova Force. Well, this will trigger here. When it's defeated, we search your deck and discard off for support with a cost 3 or less. Let's get the quandary, 3 cost support, and we put it straight into play. So we can exhaust the quandary to generate a wild resource. Let's put it over here, our wild resource generators. So have quandary into play. And since Noah defeated the side scheme, we can ready up with Unleash No Force and draw another card. This goes into victory display. Okay. It's unfortunate we can't do damage to him. Oh wait, we got Let's See Fight. That's not a damaging card. That's a thwarting card. Is this enough? 1, 2. I think we go Zylokun here again, even though I was saving her counters. Zylok's gonna thwart for 2 from the side scheme. She'll take console damage. Then Nova is going to thwart for 2. That'll ready up the Supernova Helmet. We'll exhaust helmet, generate wild resource. Lightspeed flight, double the number of wild resource paying for his card, remove 3 different scheme. Clears off Dragnet. Side scheme is defeated, but Nova defeated with the Lightspeed 4, so he can ready back up. And then he'll ready up the helmet, or he'll ready. Wait, no, he doesn't ready up the helmet. We ready up and draw a card with the Unleash No Force. Yeah, we don't get the helmet ready up. Okay. Then we can swing here for 2 on Spiral. She can't take damage on his form. Drop from 7 down to 5. We exhaust the con specialist after we make a basic attack to draw a card. Then we can do 1, 2, 3, 4 resources to play the Avengers Mansion and get fully built out. All right, well, that was a super fun turn of events there, guys. All right, I think we're getting super close to the kill. That's gonna end our turn. Let's exhaust Mansion though, draw a card. And I think I'll keep on this. Okay, that's gonna turn now. Let's ready back up. So Spiral is going to. Oh wait, sorry guys. Oh man, I keep forgetting this. Each ally in main gains toughness. So Star has toughness. He would have not taken consequential damage. He would have gone the toughness. and the constant damage would have knocked out the tough, so he has no damage on him. All right, and that's it. Yeah, we're running back up, drawing back up to our hand size here of 5. And then we deck out. We get dealt face down counter card. Shuffle this card pile here back into deck. Force response after Spiral activates, place a teleport counter. Does this happen before the Super Force Field? I don't know if it does. I feel like it does, but that's okay. We'll just block with ally. Actually, Force Field Projection says whenever a friendly character would take an amount of damage, including ally, we can block that out. That's pretty cool. Hopefully we don't. Actually, I want minions with Nova, but I don't want to get toughness. Dang it. Maybe I should have cleared off the search for Spiral here again. Is Nova just like a Spiral killer, guys? I don't. That's pretty crazy. Because we just keep removing the last threat from the scheme. We do need an Unleash Nova Force, though. So until we get that, we can't end her. Alright, let's draw back up to 5. Hold on to this. Ooh, we got Moon Girl. Oh, hold up, sorry. We're going to reshuffle. I feel I didn't shuffle good, right? Because Moon Girl and the Genius there, that's not fair. I mean, I really want that hand. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like there's no way I shuffled that properly to get that again. Because we had that earlier. So we're going to nuke our hand a little bit. Because that's too powerful. I mean, yeah, I don't think I shuffle good. Let me make sure I get this really good here. All right. I feel like that's good. There's no way we didn't shuffle there. All right, we'll draw 3 more cards back up to 5. All right. So it is Spiral's turn. She's going to add 1. Oh, I forgot to clear out the threat. Dang it. No, I should add 1 to the main. Then she is going to attack us. We're going to block with Vivian. And with a base of 2, here's a boost. 3, so 5 damage takes Vivian out. Then she's going to deal us a... Oh, no. Then, after she activates, places teleport counters. There's 2 here. If there are 2 teleport counters, remove all of them, and then we flip Spiral. So she's backward this side, where we can't do damage or remove threat from the main scheme. All right. We get dealt a face down and counter card for a total of 2. So we decked out already. First one is a side scheme. Oh, but it surges. 6 threat. Whenever it's defeated, each player may search your deck for a card and play the card for free. Ooh, Unleash Nova Force, guys. Is Unleash Nova Force the card that we're looking for? Possibly. But that's going to surge, so we get another encounter card here, which is Build the Case. Force response after a side scheme is defeated. Place 1 clue counter here. If there's at least 3 clue counters, then we discard. Okay, that's fine. We're actually going to defeat. Oh, no! This is not counted as defeating a side scheme, right? Yeah. All right, so there's a celebration in play now. Last encounter card is Spiral Swords. Attached to Spiral. She has 3 sword counters. She gets +1 attack for each sword counter on her. And then there's a hero action where you spend 2 physical resources only if she's on her corner side to remove 1 counter from here. So you guys know I think this card is not fair. But yeah, she gets her swords here. So she gets +3 attack. But she currently doesn't have attack in this form. All right, and it's back over to our turn. Can we go for the kill, guys? Can we go for the kill? Let's Mansion, draw a card. Cut double. We have no more draw power. No, I don't think I go for the kill. I think I want to get the confused with Psylocke and just flip down to Arc Eagle and then maybe go for something next turn. Yeah, okay. We need to unleash Nova Force to really pop off, right? Let's do the threat's at 3. We should be fine with the threat being at 3. So I want to hold on to this. We don't need Rocket. Miles could be good to just play him later. I want to get that pretty low, I think. Is a good play. I think I just play Miles here. That's fine. Yeah. Miles, Thor's that down. I can throw it down as well. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, we'll hold on to this double. We'll get rid of all these cards here. So this would be 3 resources when paying for Miles, because power Miles is a double. Or actually, yeah, I want to get rid of it. Yeah, okay. So 3 resources there. We'll place Spider Miles Morales. When we just play choose one, we're gonna pick Thor. He gets +2 to adjustment power. And he gains toughness because the Mojo first thing. Okay, so he'll Thor for 3 from here. Drops this from 6 down to 3 threat. And Miles will take constant damage, lose his tough status card. Alright. Then Nova is going to Thor for 2 with her intuition, drop it down to 1. Let's just keep it low there. And then Psylocke is going to attack Spiral. She can't take damage, but will trigger interrupt here. Remove a counter, confuse the enemy, and deal damage. Well, she can't take damage, but we get the confuse on her, and then Psylocke's attack does no damage. She'll take constant damage and get knocked out, but now we got the confuse here from Psylocke, which is huge. So we can flip down safely. And then let's just say Alexander here. So we exhausted shuffle a copy of the connection world mine into your deck from discard pile. We don't have it, but the cost arrow is before that. So the cost arrow we just had exhausted, we can do the effects, so we can still draw a card here in Archigo. Return to a light speed flight. Okay, I think we hold on to this. And then we're just gonna end our turn here. We'll just chill. I want to go for the kill. Uh at worst, this will get us the Nova Force. Unleash Nova Force. I want to get Nick Fury or Moon Girl, so let's hold on to Genius. We'll enter turn this card, and let's ready back up. Alright guys, we're gonna try to go for the kill here next turn. We'll see if we can do it. Draw back up to 6. Ooh, Connection World Mind. So we actually draw back up to 7 here, because this is not count towards our hand size. And we got the pot shots. Yeah, I think we should be able to do something. Okay, Spiral's turn. She's going to add 1 to the main. She's gonna scheme because we're an Off Eagle. She's confused, so nothing else happens there. Yep, and then we get dealt 1 face down. Or, sorry guys, we're gonna add 2 threat with the acceleration, so this goes up to 5 threat actually. Got that. Alright, we get a counter card. If it's a minion, it has toughness. Gotta remember that. Non-minion, when review, choose 1. Remove all threat from a side scheme to the main scheme. That side scheme is defeated. Or discard cards on top of the encounter deck until a side scheme is discarded. Reveal it. Ooh, let's do that. We'll get a side scheme. Discard it until we get a side scheme and then reveal it. We got this. So hinder 1 plus 5. Dang, these are some big threat side schemes. So 6 threat on here. Each friendly character gets -2 attack. As a hero action, we can spend X energy resource to remove X from the scheme. So just 6 threat there. Review the side scheme. Yeah, that's it. Okay. All right, it's back over to our turn. We got another side scheme here, which is good. All right, let's do Mansion. Draw a card. Ooh, okay. Let's do. Oh, sorry, this should be readied up. Jesse Alexander, draw another card. All right, guys, we're gonna pop off. Okay, because we have no connection world mines in the discard pile for the Jesse Alexander. All right, I think we have to kill here. Okay, let's think how we want to do this. So first, we are going to flip up to hero form. Nothing else to do in Alter Ego. We're all built out. We want to use the Supernova helmet, generate a wild resource. This will be 3 more resources for a total. Actually, let's use Helicare to reduce the cost. Next try to play by 1, so Nick is 3 costs. And then we'll use Supernova helmet. This will be a double, so then we can play Nick Fury. Whenever Nick Fury enters play, choose 1. We'll pick the one to draw 3. So 1, 2, 3. And then we are going to have Nick Fury Thor for 2 from this side scheme. Drops it down to 4 threat. He'll take a consequential damage. Okay, so it's at 4 threat here. Nova's going to exhaust and Thor for 2. Drop it down to 2. Whenever he uses the basic power, we're ready up the Supernova helmet. I think I unleashed Nova Force here, actually. Okay, so we're going to exhaust the Supernova helmet to generate a water resource so it can play clear the area. Your action Thor remove 2 threat from a scheme. So if this removes the last from a scheme, draw a card. We'll clear off the last threat from fetch quest. It does remove the last threat, so we can draw a card. Then it says, when defeated in play order, you may search your deck for a card and play for free. So only our deck, not discard pile, will search our deck for Unleash Nova Force and we play it for free. It can be an event. So now the Unleash Nova Force is active now. So max 1 per round. Your action until the end of the round. Each time Nova defeats an enemy or removes the last from a scheme, we can ready Nova and draw a card. So we don't have to defeat a scheme, just remove the last threat there. Okay, so fetch quest is defeated. Whenever fetch quest is defeated, we can also exhaust the Skilled Investigator to draw another card here. Exhaust, draw. All right, here we go, guys. So we need to remove the threat from there to get our attack back. Let's do a resource here with the Queen character, generate a wild resource, so it can play clear area. Your action Thor remove 2 threat from the scheme, clears this off. You remove the last threat so we can draw cards with clear area. Nova will remove the last threat, so Unleash Nova Force will trigger. We ready up and draw another card. So that scheme is defeated. Man, this is pretty insane. There's 5 threat. No, we're gonna clear it off to try to pop off more. Okay, so we can't do damage to Spiral here. We have to corner her. But our hand is like, what is this? 12 cards in our hand right now. All right, 12 cards in our hand. We are going to, I think we just simply thwart for 2 with her intuition. Clears off the side scheme. We use a base power to ready up the helmet. Side scheme is defeated. We put the top card. Oh, sorry guys. Nick would have had toughness. That's fine. He would have toughness, so when he activates, he loses the tough instead of taking consequential damage. Keep forgetting that. Okay, so we cleared out the last threat there. We ready? We read the helmet. Sorry guys, hold up. We cleared out the last threat with Unleash Nova Force. Since we removed the last threat from a scheme, we also ready back up immediately and then draw another card. So this will flip here with removing the last threat. She's cornered. Okay, flip Spiral to her cornered side. Awesome. So now we can do damage to her, and then that's it. Yeah, and then what is that? What happens after we do that? Oh, it says review the top card of the show deck, which is this card here. Dial in for Mojo. Each character gets +1 Thort, and then we shuffle this up. And then each other encounter card gains inside 1, which doesn't really matter here. So we'll shuffle this back up. All right, and 3 threat goes back on the search for Spiral. So we have 3 Thort right now. We just cleared it off immediately. But let's work on this thing. We also have X. Okay, so we can do damage to Spiral right now. So what I want to do, I want to use the helmet first. So we'll do a helmet to generate wild resource. This will be a double when paying for a basic card. So we can play Professor X. Whenever you enters play, you must immediately this card out. This is card Nick Fury. And then X has 4 Thor because each friendly character gets +1 Thor. So, oh, and when you enters play, choose one. We're gonna pick the one to, man, I guess we'll confuse Spiral. Not that it's even needed. He'll Thor for 4 from the main, drop it down to 1. He'll take a consequent damage. Yeah, Nova's gonna thwart for 2. Clear this off. We remove the last from the scheme so we can ready back up. And we also will ready up the helmet because we use the base power and draw a card with Unleash No Force, removing that last threat. Okay, so now we will, well, no, we gotta use Unleash the Supernova helmet here again. So we'll use a resource here, generate a wild resource for a pot shot. So double the number of wilds when paying for his card, do 4 damage to enemy. Here, I should attack. So 4 damage, brings Spiral from 5 down to 1. Okay. And we can do damage to her, and we can remove her because she's on this side. Then we are going to swing here for 2 with the combat training. That will bring Spiral from 1 down 0. Okay, this will flip her over to her 3rd and final stage here, and she's going to be on that corner side. One of you, Spiral attacks each player in player order, even if you're in alter ego. After she activates, place a teleport counter on here, and there's 3 counters. She regains her other form thing. So she's going to attack us here. We'll block with Starhawk. 3 plus 3, 6. Here's a boost. 2, so 8 damage here. We'll take Starhawk out. That's fine. And then how much life she got? She has, can't see that, 17 life there. And she's confused. And then after she attacks, she gets a teleport counter. So let's give her a good old teleport counter right there. All right, let's go for the kill here, guys. Okay, so we did that, but with Unleash Nova Force, we attacked and defeated Spiral. So when you use a basic power, we can ready up Supernova Helmet. And it says here, after you defeat an enemy, defeating her stage 2 does count as defeating an enemy, so we ready up and draw a card. We made a basic attack, so we can exhaust Combat Specialist and draw another card here. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Okay, next, we're going to Supernova Helmet, generate wild resource, so we can play a pot shot. Your action attack do 4 damage to enemy. That will bring Spiral from 17 down to 13. We're going to, wait, do I need to keep thwarting here to keep on? No, we have thwart events. We're going to swing for 2 because with the combat specialist, it's from 13 down to 11. Basic power, ready up the Supernova Helmet. All right, then we will exhaust Supernova Helmet to generate a wild resource. It's a double when paying for Lightspeed Flight. Remove 3 threat from the scheme. Clears this off. Whenever that happens, Noah defeats the scheme, so he'll ready back up, and we draw a card with Unleash Noah Force. And then when that happens, we get another card here, which is again Mojo's, and this goes on the bottom of the show deck now. And then this one's here. Each player gets +1 hand size and is an amplify. We put the 3 threat back on there. Okay, and then it's still our turn. So we will swing for 2 on Spiral, brings her from 11 down to 9. This will ready back up the Supernova Helmet here again. And then we will, let's use a double resource here so we can play Ironheart. After you play from here, you can draw a card. And then we will exhaust the Helmet, generate wild resource to play Lightspeed Flight, remove 3 threat from the scheme, clears off side scheme again. When we remove the last threat, we can ready up with Nova and draw a card. And then when that happens, we get another thing here into play. She's cornered again, so we put the next card into play. She's already cornered, so it doesn't matter. This is an environment that will be in play. Each ally minion gains toughness, and then we reshuffle this back in, put the 3 threat back on the search for spiral. Guys, this is crazy. Yeah, so basically we can swing for 2 on spiral, which is from 9 down 7. That'll ready back up the helmet. So here's the loop. As long as we can keep removing the last threat from this scheme, we just constantly ready up Nova with Unleash Nova Force. And then we can make basic attacks with that. And then we have like Thor events to help us remove threat. So how much cards? I don't think I want to deck out. We just end this here. Then we got to remove threat like 1 or 2 more times. We'll do Wild Resource here for the helmet to play a Lightspeed Flight. Remove 3 threat from a scheme. Clears off again. Next environment comes into play, which is corner again, which puts the next one into play, which is again Mojo is coming back in, and we recreate the show deck here. And since Nova defeated, removed the Lacer from that scheme with the Lightspeed Flight, we can ready up and draw another card. Now we swing in for 2 on Spiral, brings her from 7 down to 5. Miles will swing for 2, brings her 5 down to 3. He'll take a consequential damage. And then we have a pot shot somewhere. So we'll use a watt, which is 1 resource, or counts as doubles, I mean, to play a pot shot. Here, Ash attack, do 4 damage to enemy, bringing Spiral from 3 all the way down to 0, guys. All right, that was some long player turns there with Nova just popping off. Yeah, we had 9 cards still left in our hand. I mean, like we could have went endlessly, I think, because we could have just kept clearing the area. We have allies to like just keep on playing allies. Thor for 1, play clear area. We recycle through our deck. As long as we have Thor events to use with the Supernova helmet and remove that from there, we can continue to get readies and swing for 2 each time we get a ready on Spiral, slowly like bringing her down. I feel like we could have like endlessly looped this like infinitely. I could be wrong, but I think we could have done like an infinite amount of damage there, guys. Like 10,000 damage, like just nonstop. Because we'll like always just have like a Thor event, like keep on drawing stuff. Play the one way or another, draw even more. So yeah, crazy game there. I'm like not sure if that's how the search for Spiral here even works. But yeah, okay, that was fun. Okay, so let's do our finish here. So record the show environment in play as the blank channel. So we have the fantasy channel. Ooh, awesome. Okay, so we ended on fantasy. So maybe we'll have that for the next scenario as well. So fantasy channel is for the campaign record. If Badoon Headhunter is in victory display, record as headhunted. So we do have him. Where is he? So he has been headhunted because he's in the victory display. And then record the number of Badoon minions in the discard pile as X racers. Ooh, okay, I don't know. Do we have a lot? So how many here? Oh, we have 1 Badoon. Okay, so we have 1 X racer. We are headhunted, and we have fantasy channel here for the end of campaign log records. All right, guys, thank you so much to Zylokun for this request. This may be my most fun Nova game, guys. I don't know. I have to like think back on Nova games I played, but I think the loop that's kind of broken, right, guys? Like Spiral with the Search for Spiral, Nova just loops that. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. I hope you guys enjoyed this game, and yeah, let me know what you guys think of Nova here, going crazy. Like, cause a side scheme, yeah, I mean that's just insane, especially in true solo, right? Like in multiplayer where there's gonna be more threat, like 3 per player, it might get worse, but like the side scheme just stays in play. Cause if this said you had to defeat the side scheme, that would be worse. But just removing the last threat, that's easy peasy for Nova. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoy this one, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.